Hey guys, how's it going? Chris back here again with another deck in our little Artisan series. This deck is our Is It Spellslinger deck, and it's headed by Balmor. And the weird thing about Balmor as a commander is, like, you can pretty much play a decent Balmor deck at like 80% of top power with just commons and uncommons. I think I'm gonna wait for my commander. Yeah, I didn't want my commander to be rejected. Well, let's get our commander countered. We gotta run him out. So adventures are actually really good with the, I don't actually want to ditch that. I ditch that. Like, if we get to the stage where Blitz is necessary, we've lost. Because, like, we can get 7 instants in our graveyard and exile a Toxrill, but, like, our deck's not supposed to go that far. So, do they have another counterspell? That's my question. We'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure the answer is no. Oh, that was scary. So if they had a counterspell there, what would have happened is we would have gotten 3 for 1, which is really, really harsh. Like, I don't think Monastery Swiftspear is going to get there by himself. Do they have the counterspell? Resolve? So they did. Or they drew it. It's not gonna help. Twin Inferno could help. Oh, that's not gonna help. We really need to play more creatures, but their disruption in the early game kind of got to us. Like, Toxrill comes down this turn. Yeah, I think we just lose at this point. Unfortunate. What I want to do... I kind of just want to draw cards, but there's no way to do that. We did some damage. The Toxrill is just not a very good matchup for us, unfortunately. talked. GG, opponent. Well, that was a weaker first start. Like, I talked this deck up like it's the one that makes the most sense to function under the conditions that we've had it under. And I still think that's true. Like, I think if you're going to play a playable deck of just commons and uncommons, Is It Spellslinger is a way to do it. There are just so many good options in the color that fall below the rarity that it just makes the most sense. I mean, there are technically cards on Arena that are legal for the stipulations that I've put on this, which is rare, only uncommons and commons that are actually uncommons and commons, but they have a rare symbol next to them. So in those circumstances, I didn't play them, even though technically you could, because they fall within the rules. But like, as far as Arena concerns, they're still craftable with rare wild cards, right? Like, the major example of that for this deck in particular is Faithless Looting. Faithless Looting is a common in its original printing in Avacyn Restored, but because it came to Arena on a secret archive, not a secret archive, Strixhaven, the Strixhaven Inventions, I don't even actually know what it's called anymore. It was rare, right? Because it was rare in that. Because by that point, Wizards had figured out that it was actually a little bit better than they had initially given it credit for. Which is the weird thing, right? It's a design mistake that eventually gets codified as a higher rarity because of how powerful it actually is. It's one of those nebulous regions in Magic the Gathering where there are forces at play that technically make sense, but because it's a bit more nebulous, it doesn't really make that much sense, right? I need a red source. Like, this is the fabled, the deck screws you over in mana start that we talked about. Generally, if you want to build a deck like this and you stick with the no tap land mana base, I'd recommend just mulliganing until you have two colors, or at least the primary color in your hand, right? Because we could only really cast Jeskai Elder with our opening hand, and we were banking on drawing a red source. But this one's going to be a little less exciting than the last one. Like, Grund I kind of talked down to because I thought maybe he's not as strong as I thought, but he actually performed okay. Like, 2 out of 3 ain't bad for a random pile of commons and uncommons against legitimate Brawl decks. Oh no, they pushed my Elder down the stairs. That's how you get rid of an Elder, right? I think so. 4 islands? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mountain symbols. That's how you know you're playing good Magic. We're going to give it one more turn, though. If we draw a land that is a mountain on our next turn, there is the remotest of chances that we can stabilize. Our opponent has kind of bricked on their own lands. So, like, we still have outs. We're not out of the woods yet. Chords. Is that a cat? I've never really looked at the brainstorm art, but it's just a cat, isn't it? This poor cat is in the middle of a brainstorm. Savage. I don't know. Yeah, the reason I'm doing trying to more bulk my recordings is so that I can free up my time to play a couple other games. And right now the game that kind of has its hooks into me is Stellaris. Like, on the front end, I don't really enjoy it because I tend to get in, play a little bit, and then get crushed. But on the back end, it is kind of fun to explore space. Like, I'm into space. I enjoy it. It is very fun. Gotta knock down our Bolus statue. Talk about the narcissism to build a statue of yourself in a place you are currently invading. Like, his Dreadhorde Eternal showed up, and foreseeably at some point, either before the invasion or like during the invasion, they built a giant statue of Nicobolus. A red source. I love red sources. Red sources are fun. So it's only player Planeswalker, so we're not gonna die from it. We can block a predatory sliver at least at the moment. Do they have first sliver mana? Do they have blue, green? No, they don't. They need another black or white source to cast the first sliver, which is unfortunate for them. They also just have a dog on their sleeve. That it's a random British dog. We are always rocking the Wanderer sleeves, at least for now. I think she has the best currently available. Our opponent is tilting. There's no way they should be losing in this circumstance. And yet, somehow they're not doing very well. So next one will be Mutiny. Rude. So this is how you kill 2 creatures with Mutiny, I think. No, it doesn't work. Crap. Forget what I said. I know nothing of how to play Magic the Gathering. GG opponent. I'm conceding. It doesn't make any sense. So I was considering it like a fight spell, but it's not a fight spell. It is most certainly not a fight spell. Alright, we'll move on to game 3. Embarrassing punts aside, we still have a match to do. We are 2-0 with what is arguably the best deck in my pool. Feels kind of bad, man. Feels kind of bad. But, like, there's always game 3. And, you know, the medium deck in our selection actually did okay. Like, it actually did okay. So, we have a 2-3 record with Grund. With Balmor, we have the potential to get a 1-2. No, Grund was actually a 2-1, wasn't he? Yeah, because we played 3 games. Free mulligan. Yeah, this is fine. Red sources. I love red sources. They're my favorite sources. Probably not true. Actually, swamps are better. A Spiral Canal. I'm going to say Xander the Collector. Mutiny. You didn't have to show back up. You could have stayed away. So I want more creatures. Goodbye, Mutiny. Hey, there's an Enigma Drake and a Spellweaver Eternal. So next turn we play out a creature or two. Yeah, this is going to be easy Balmor victory. Ew, Ruin Crab. Yeah, we gotta kill the Xander player as quickly as possible. Use every advantage necessary because our Balmor deck is in a bit of a sad state, and we need to figure that out before things become too sad. Too sad too quick. So we actually have more creatures than I would like to have in the current hand of mine. So we're gonna discard some of the less likable characters. So a double cast is actually a really good draw. There's a chance that we can draw another instant and then double cast to just get a victory, but our opponent gives up before that is necessary. Alright, so we have one more deck in this little mini-series that we're going to be doing. They'll be coming out one day after another, so if you don't like Artisan, you can skip a couple days. But if you do, there'll be a couple interesting decks involved. So I will see you tomorrow with a new deck. Bye for now.